Kort gezegd betekent dit.
The four suspects may not have pressed the button themselves, but are responsible for shooting down MH17. Together, they requested the bug teller and acquired it from the Russian Federation. They used it for the armed struggle with the aim of shooting down the plane. They had the bug teller as an instrument to serve their own military interest and thereby hit MH17.
En hebben daarmee MH17 getroffen.
Well, let's cross then to our correspondent, Fernande Van Tets, who joins us now. Fernande, tell us, first of all, exactly where we are then with this case.
So 20 months after this trial started, with the reading out of the names of the 298 passengers and crew on board that Malaysia Airlines flight that took off from Amsterdam for Kuala Lumpur back in 2014, we are finally going to hear what the prosecution is going to ask as a sentence for the four men being held responsible. Now, they have, over the past few days, laid out their case yet again and their indictment, saying that these four men were responsible for requesting a Buck missile and ensuring it was fired. Now, this case is taking place in the Netherlands because a third of the victims were from here, and that means that they need to be found guilty under Dutch law. And prosecutors here have laid out how, even though they are not responsible for actually pulling the trigger that fired this Buck missile that brought down the plane, the fact that they ordered the missile to come to the firing location means that they can be held criminally liable because they are responsible for the criminal offence. Also, it seems that they did not know that they were firing on a passenger jet. They thought they were bringing down a fighter jet. However, that, again, for Dutch law does not matter. Both of them are criminal offences. Now, it is possible that they are going to demand a life imprisonment. That is the highest sentence possible under Dutch law because of the huge scale of the amount of deaths caused by the actions of these four men. However, we'll have to wait a few more hours. Around noon, it is expected to be known what the sentencing request will be.
Fernande, why on earth has this taken so long? I mean, we said at the beginning that this happened in 2014, and is it at last coming to an end?
Well, we're not quite there yet, Stuart. This has taken very long because it was a multi-year investigation. And then since this trial started, the defense has tried to drag things out as much as possible. We're talking about a vast amount of evidence presented, 65,000 pages and hours of tapes and recordings of phone conversations between the four suspects. But any additional requests for information from Russia have been stalled repeatedly. So actually, the sentencing demand we're hearing today was supposed to happen a month ago, for example, but the court was hoping to hear from one more Russian witness. However, Russia said again that they will not cooperate. They say that this witness cannot be heard due to the military secrets that they might have to give way to. So there's really been a dragging out of this case, of course, extremely painful for all the relatives of those almost 300 people that died. Now, we're still not there yet. In March, the defense, one of them, only one of the four suspects is actually got a defense. Puletov, his lawyer, will speak. The other three are being tried. Well, all of them are being tried in absentia. None of them are here. They will be able to present arguments. Then in the summer, everyone gets another chance to respond. And then by September at the earliest next year, there will finally be a verdict, definitely before the end of the year. But yeah, whatever happens, whatever sentence is passed, because none of these suspects are actually here, none of them will actually have to go to jail.
Fernande, thanks very much. Fernande Van Tets joining us there from Schiphol Airport.